Hello, this is Clean Coach Carly. I'm the staff nutritionist at Healthy Habits Living. I'm giving you a rundown of last month's 5% rules. These are the tips and strategies that I give for life that yield large benefits but take very little effort. These are my 5% rules. So last month I highlighted 4 things. First of all, carob. So, carob is an alternative to chocolate and it's naturally more sweet, which means you don't have to add as much sugar when you're making a carob bar than compared to when you're making a chocolate bar. It's also higher in minerals and it doesn't have any caffeine at all, whereas chocolate, especially raw cacao, has a significant amount of caffeine. The other thing about carob is that it's ethical, and I've talked before about the ethics of chocolate, that most cacao or cocoa beans are harvested from South America from plantations where there's questionable labor policies, including what some would call slave labor. And some of the larger companies that make chocolate and that we eat here in America, namely Nestle's, Hershey's, and the Mars Company, have actually been sued for purchasing chocolate from unethical sources and plantations where they are treating people like slave laborers. So carob doesn't hold any of those risks. And so I often recommend it for people who have histamine intolerance or who are looking for less sugar in their diet or who are sensitive to caffeine. So carob is my tip. Incorporate carob into your baking or even just eating it as a bar, as your sweet treat. My second tip is looking down is a problem. Okay, so we all have this thing called tech neck where we are looking down so much that it's affecting our structure of our neck and our shoulders and our muscles and our heads, and we're getting headaches. And so we have to combat tech neck. The other thing that you might not have thought about, but when we are in this hunched type of position, it's actually been shown in studies that we are creating more tension in our body, including cortisol, which is our stress hormone. And so we're making the whole body tense and high in stress hormone. And we're also decreasing in other hormones, specifically testosterone and oxytocin, which make us feel good and powerful about ourselves. So one of the ways that we can combat tech neck is by practicing power poses when we are not looking down at our phones. So a power pose is basically standing with your hands on your hips with your shoulders back and your chest puffed up in a powerful stance. And this has been shown to lower cortisol and improve other happy, good feeling hormones. So combat your tech neck with power poses. My third tip that I'm highlighting today is seasonal eating. I'm an advocate for seasonal eating, and right now in my part of the world, that means citrus fruits. And the first thing we think of when we think citrus is oranges. And orange juice is so popular, but not really the best form of citrus. Oranges are fantastic. All citrus fruits are high in vitamin C and the B vitamins and potassium. But when we just drink the juice of an orange or any other fruit, we're missing a lot of the fiber or the pulp. And sometimes we're getting added sugar. So I recommend just the whole fruit and try some of the more exotic, hard to find things. Like my favorite is kumquats. So my fourth tip is our most valuable asset is something that we often squander. Our most valuable asset is our time and attention. And so if we are doing our tech neck position and looking down at our phone all the time, we are giving away our most valuable asset to perhaps things that we don't really care about. You know, we have so much clickbait and scrolling and doom scrolling and social media. And so to combat that and to change the tide of your attention, you can actually install apps on your phone or any device that will monitor you in the time that you're spending on fluff like social media or on games. There's even apps that will lock you out of those things for a given period if you set those timers. So look for an app that helps you to monitor and control your time that you're looking down and giving away your attention to things that may not be that important to you. So those are my 5% rules and tips for this last month. Here at Healthy Habits Living, we're always here to provide you with tips and strategies and health and wellness information to help you on your way for your ultimate and optimal health. We're here to help you get healthy so you can stay healthy and be healthy.